What feels new for me is just how warm the space feels compared to when we first purchased it. When we first came in, everything felt very cold, gray, white. It was just kind of this blah feel to it. But whenever I come home now, it just always feels really warm. So it was nice to kind of bring that warmth into the space. My name is Oyin Antwi. Welcome to my newly renovated Brooklyn apartment. So originally, this was that kind of classroom gray door. And so I decided to paint it a terracotta orange from Lick Paint called Orange 02 to warm up the space as you enter. And we have this Japanese wabi-sabi light pendant fixture to create that sense of warmth as soon as you enter. When we first arrived in the unit, everything was this kind of plain white box. So I really wanted to kind of just bring that to life by having something that felt cohesive. So adding these cabinetry at the top, they were actually custom millwork. Adding those cabinets made it so much more functional because storage is a big deal here in New York. In adding the cabinetry, we did block off a little bit of the open shelving, but the idea was to create kind of a bar cart feel here. This area stores our drinks. And again, to add more character, as you see here, including the terrazzo, we also added some natural wood elements in terms of the chopping board, and just to kind of bring some life into the space so it doesn't feel like a plain white box. So in the kitchen, I have some hidden gems. For example, right here, we have our laundry closet. And then we also have this integrated washer and dryer. Both of these are Fisher & Paykel, some of my favorite brands when it comes to integrated appliances. And one of my favorite things here is this hidden hood. So it allows us for a little extra storage, but also to really vent out smell so that we don't, smell anything in the living area or in our bedroom. And also we have this integrated fridge. And one of my favorite elements here, water dispenser that's actually inside of the fridge. So anyone care for a glass of water? All right, so in the bathroom, because it's such a small space, actually one thing I really loved about it was the travertine towels, which have texture and has that serene tone that we love. However, because of the square footage, we wanted to make sure that everything was kind of lifted off the floor. And so we added a niche in the shower so that we can add our bathroom items, and then added hooks. Also, something that I love is the Hinoki wood bench in there. It has a beautiful smell when you're taking like a hot shower. And overall, who doesn't love good lighting? So the bedroom was all about space utilization, so myself and my husband can have our own little nooks and really enjoy that space together, but still have that sense of, what's mine is mine and what's his is his. So one of the things that was critical to the renovation was adding this extra wall space by moving our door so that we could both have closets. And then also we have this side table that was designed by him, Jeff. Then we have our bedding here. We're going for kind of like the desert theme, pulling from our West African culture. In this bedroom, it's very relaxing, a sense of serenity. Design choices for us meant making sure that we felt a certain energy when we walked into our home. So for us, it was all about feeling serene and centered when we got home. And to create a serene theme in this space with this organic shaped mirror and the color tones in general, we also wanted to add this light fixture here. It has that, again, that wabi-sabi soft edge feel to it, which kind of goes with the living room and the entryway as well. Continuing with this theme of multifunctionality, here we added ledges to the bedroom. So this is kind of an area we get to sit and just cool down for a second. Also, always nice to have a money plant, trying to get that money all 2023. And in this corner here is my dressing area. Also, sometimes Jeff works here as needed, but we do have an office down the street. We really just want to come in here and just relax. That's the goal. So in our home, one of the things we wanted to do was to bring a sense of serenity and warmth as soon as you enter. We want you to feel hugged when you enter the space. And so space utilization was big for us. The theme here is a West African and Japanese theme. And so for colors, we wanted things that were serene, but also felt warm and inviting, but also just shut out the noise of the city living. So for example, as soon as you come in, we had a straight beam here at the top, dividing the kitchen and living room, but we really wanted it to be a bit more dramatic. And so I converted that straight beam into a half arch beam. And so as soon as you come in, there's that sense of division. When you enter the living room, we also wanted our voices to be, somewhat within the space and not going to the hallway. And we also didn't want to hear too much from the outside since we're street facing. So we added these felt backed acoustic wall panels here for an aesthetic reason, but also for multifunctionality, because now, again, our voices are within it when our friends and family are over or when we're just chilling in the living room. And then on this side, so something unique here is we have these wood panels actually covering the electrical box. These ones are on hinges, so if we need to move it out the way to access the electrical box, we can move these ones while these ones are fixed. All right, and also because we wanted to create that clean line of sight so we can see the beautiful architecture outside, it's so quintessential Brooklyn. We wanted all of the furniture in the space to be low profile. And so first I was inspired by this Antwi lounge chair. So you notice that's my last name. This chair was designed by my husband as part of his capsule collection. When I saw this chair and I saw the side table that he designed, it really gave me that vibe of the colors that I wanted to use in the space and keeping everything very low to the ground. So keeping in theme with the Japanese theme, we got this low profile Japanese display table as our coffee table instead of the standard higher coffee tables. We also got this low profile sofa bed in hopes that we can tuck the coffee table under our storage unit here. You can then pull out the sofa bed so someone can sleep and join us because someone's always visiting New York City. And then by keeping this low profile, we then had the round dining table to hug the bay windows in the back here. Inspiration behind the design is having all the different parts of Ghana represented. So our lounge chair is called the Antwi lounge chair. The side table here is called the Accra side table, and then the Kumasi concrete candle. And these are all different parts of Ghana and different words in the Ghanaian language that represent his family lineage. All right, in this dining area, one of my favorite pieces is this centerpiece, which was custom made by one of my favorite florists here in New York City. Her name is Julia Testa, and when I told her about that West African and Japanese theme, she came up with this floral centerpiece that really grounded this area and gives it a sense of color. The African fig tree, this is a plant that we both saw growing up. This was something I wanted to last forever, and so I wanted this color in the dried floral piece so that as the space changes with time and as we kind of grow in the space, we can still morph it into a certain theme and a vibe. So we have the linen blinds, which are pretty unique because they're actually tension rods. They're not fixed in. You can remove them at any time. By having these linen Roman blinds, it ties in that warm texture and the natural textures we're going in with the space, and then tied it in with the rattan chairs as well. These are actually from TJ Maxx. They were steel. And by also having the arch on the bottom of the dining table, we're also pulling in the arch windows from the outside in. So the idea was to feel hugged when you come into the space and center yourself for a lovely dinner date or spend some time with family and friends. And that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you want to journey along with me and see a little bit more of behind the scenes, you can follow me over on Instagram or YouTube at Oyin Entry. And if you want some dope furniture and to explore my husband Jeff's new capsule collection, check it out at houseofentry.com. Bye.